And welcome back. It's been a long time. How you been? It's been a long time. I should have left you.
Sorry, I kept you.
Mondays and Tuesdays after shop. We ain't went nowhere. It's been a little hiatus, you know what I mean? But it's 2026 and we back in this. Oh, that's why just try not to cuss as much as we can.
Okay.
I'd like to cuss, but I like to not cuss too.
I'm good with it.
It's cool, yeah. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that made it to 2026. You know what I'm saying? Got through 2025, all the ups and downs, the bumps and grinds. You know what I mean? We made it. You know what I'm saying? And now we're cruising in. It was a quarter century. We just got through the quarter century. Keep rolling, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that subscribed. Shout out to people that's like, man, where the show at? Or they don't even ask. A lot of people are just like, I love the show, man. I'm like, shit, I ain't dropped the episode in like however long, but that's neither here nor there. Because today we got, how you doing in the 9 Club? A very, very special guest. We got Camden Scott in the building. And it's another one of those episodes for me that is like near and dear, close to my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to dig deep and get into like the parts of the skate world and skate industry that is unknown and people don't really know about. And not that they going and looking for it, but it's characters, it's cats, it's stories that I think need to be told. And so anybody else that's watching and could maybe, it might piece something together that they were wondering or whatever, or it might blindside you and you just say, oh, dang, I didn't know that. I didn't know about him, or, you know, and if you ever see the homie in the street, say, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So welcome, Camden.
Thank you very much.
Dude, the first time I met you, I don't know if you remember, I was leaving a job that I had over in Hunters Point, and I was getting on the Muni or the train or whatever, headed back towards Embarcadero, and I had my board, and I was just minding my business sitting there, and you like was looking at me. It was like, oh, you skate? And it was like one of those moments where I was like, oh, here we go. Like somebody about to like talk shit or like ask some questions about something that I don't know about. And you just start going off and telling me about Studio 43 and all of that and some other stories. And I was just like mind blown because I was like, damn, how random is that for just cross paths with somebody? I mean, I guess it ain't that random. You from the city, right?
Yeah.
And we was in the city, but I just wasn't expecting you to like lay out all of that info that you had. And I can't remember exactly what we was talking, but I just know that the stuff that you were saying was like resonating with me a lot. Cause I think we brought up Jake and a lot of what I do in terms of like interviewing and wanting to keep that like unspoken underground like vibe of who's who and who's what. Cause we got the big names, we got the homies that's going off and getting the big checks and like they keep it fired up. But it's always to me those cats that's behind the scenes that was there too and on the forefront, but not like in the magazines and all that stuff that actually like really matter to me. Cause I feel like I'm like in some of that realm too. Like I'm not about to get out there and do no 360s down those stairs or nothing like that.
No.
But I'm there and I'm hyping it up and I'll snap a photo or two and may get published, may not get published, but just that energy that keeps everybody fired up is, I think, what the skate world, not just like the industry, is just like all about. Like homies doing something that they like to do and hyping each other up. But yeah, man, let's figure it out. Cause when we talked on the bus, we did talk a lot about like Studio 43, but the more, I hadn't met you before then, so the more I started asking cats about you, they was like, oh yeah, that's this cat and that's this cat, and then you're actually, trip out on this, because my first interview I ever did was with Arco, and I think we kind of brought you up towards the end, but that was you in that contest with Arco that you actually won the contest, right?
Yeah. You're talking about the dish, right?
The dish, yeah. What was the name of that contest?
They just call it the dish. I mean, I really don't know the name of
whatever the contest was, yeah.
It had a name.
And I think the footage that I remember was in a Skate Rock.
Oh.
The Skate Rock DVD that I think Rainey had it at the house or something. They had a bunch of different series of it.
I can't remember the name of it was a female singer. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm doing freestyle at Hay Street Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I tried to look that up. I couldn't think of the name of the band. I can't find it on the phone, the Skate Rock thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that was cool.
Yeah, that was
Female punk rock.
I'm sure I had seen that footage before, so then when it connected, and I was like, man, I just seen that dude on the bus, like, or you know what I mean? And I remember me and Rainey used to always trip on that, because it was just like that quick clip, and then you just like, oh, who's this? Like, and you was just tick-tocking and moving around. And
yeah, so in the background of that footage, I remember it well, because I used to have it. There's Don Fisher and Ken Decatur, with both my homies till I die.
For sure.
Ken Decatur is one of the baddest skateboarders from San Francisco. So is Don Fisher, even though he's from Daly City.
Okay.
But and Chris Cook, and yeah. Anyway, those are some old school.
They was in the background.
Yeah, that was in the background. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Chris Cook wasn't there, but anyway, I remember Kenny and I think Fish was in the background, and that was good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was just like a blast from the past, right? Because we watching this and it's like all this punk rock shit going on, and they just cut to you and you're just like getting hella groovy. I was like, man, who is this? This is crazy.
I didn't know that was gonna happen. You know, I'm just doing my thing.
Word.
And then they put it in a video, and like, well, it's okay. I'm mad at it.
Straight up. So at that contest, did you just show up, or was it like invite, or
No. I knew about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the first one that they did, or the only one they did?
I think it was both.
Okay.
I don't think they had
They did more because it kind of it got hectic at the end, right?
Yes. So that was nuts, because it's in the hood, and now it's the white people and Asian people live all around it and everything, and it's all quiet and everything.
Yeah.
But you remember in the video, somebody went with a scooter
and started going through
in the middle of the contest, interrupting the contest, one of the hood rats. And so since I won, and they're giving out the prizes, the boys in the hood thought like, oh, let's rob Whitey and then take skateboards and cars and things, and it got all crazy. And literally people were running down and skating down what's the Hudson Street or whatever to get away from the mayhem.
Okay.
But I'm waiting to get my prize, and I'm gonna be last. And the knuckleheads is peeping game and looking at what they're gonna rob and shit. I'm like, oh, hurry up, come on, give me my stuff. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow. I'll see you next week or some shit, whatever the hell.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who was handing out the prizes?
I don't really remember.
Okay. And then what was the prize?
Just from a truck. It might have been skateboard stuff, but I was I'm sponsored by Santa Cruz, and I didn't really need stuff, but I won stuff, so give me the stuff.
Give me my stuff. Yeah. So you got. Or you was waiting for for your stuff, but so were you able to get the product, like the stuff that you won? Or?
I don't know.
Okay.
I remember bombing down the hill,
because everything
butt
was
boarding to get away from because the hood was trying to rob everybody. Like, all these white people here, and we're going to take their shit. That's basically what it was.
Did they interrupt your run, like while you?
No. This is at the end.
Okay.
No.
So they didn't like kind of interrupt people's runs. Yeah.
No. Well, except for that red. Honda scooter thing.
Sort of thing. And I heard they started throwing rocks.
Yeah,
and
they started
bottles,
rocks and bottles, and that's when there was the mayhem.
Yeah, they didn't rebuild that thing now.
It's cool.
Up there at the dish, I haven't been up there. I was up there when they was actually building it, and it's always like burned in my mind because I remember the cauldron was up there. Mark Hubbard, Monk, had this big ass ambulance that was like all blacked out, and it had this crazy guard on the front, and it was all caged up on the side.
Damn.
And he would just drive that thing across country to jobs. And like I remember pulling up to the job site up there and seeing that thing there, and Monk was just like, get in here. Come on, grab a trowel. Let's go. That's always a good memory. You said you was already sponsored by Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
So how'd that happen? Like, was it
Ray Myers, local cat, love him to death too. We used to do freestyle in Golden Gate Park and stuff.
Okay.
And Tommy lived close to that too. And Tommy used to, and his brother Tony. People don't know about his brother Tony. We used to tease Tony because he's a pretty motherfucker. They're both. But it's back in the day when the Happy Days show with Chachi.
Oh yeah.
So he looked like him for a while.
Damn.
Now he's a rocker dude for. Anyway, but Tony and Tommy, God bless them, they were very good influences. They were very, very good skateboarders.
Ahead of the curve. Right?
Yeah.
And how did you even like cross paths with them like back in the day? Would it just be like, oh, we at the same spot, just kicking? Oh, and Golden Gate Park, right?
Okay, so Ray knew them, and and all. So it's
hanging out and being at the at Golden Gate Park. You said.
Yeah. So Ray's brother Maurice Drawble, BMXer guy. He did his flatland stuff there and everything, and then skate parks and stuff. Back in the day, like I mentioned, Keith Cochran is how I first went to a skateboard park because his grandmother took us to the skateboard park in Alameda, and this is before sharp edges and grinding was really.
Everything was like mellow.
Just like the bowls and things. And
wait, it was a skate park. So the skate park in Alameda is pretty. Oh, was it at
no.
Different.
It was a different skate park. Yeah, because insurance. The people started tripping on insurance in the 70s/80 thing, and this other guy, a roller skater guy, I did demos with David Miles, D Miles.
Okay.
He did skate routines in the Golden Gate Park and stuff, whatever. But we went from city to city and town to town, going, skateboarding and the skate parks is. How about skate at your own risk? People hurt themselves playing soccer and basketball all the damn time.
For sure.
So why can't we have it just like that? Sure. And that's exactly my spit game, doing like. You're not charging crazy stuff for
a basketball park or a baseball diamond or whatever.
But back in the skateboard park days in the beginning, we had to pay for hours and rent equipment and all this other safety shit. And you can go break your neck at the goddamn public park anytime you want, playing basketball or football or kickball or whatever.
Yeah.
So
you didn't need to sign no waiver.
Yeah. We had to sign stuff and all that BS. And once I broke it down, like. People hurt themselves all the time doing other stuff. Like we're not more dangerous than them.
Yeah, actually learning to be more nimble. Yeah. And it's not like y'all want to get hurt, so it's like trying the best to get good at it.
They acted like somebody was just gonna fall down and I'm gonna sue. No.
And I mean, granted, it's probably happening sometimes, but that happens in everything. People fall on the street because they wasn't paying attention, trip over a crack, and now they suing the city. So.
They're trying to.
Yeah, for sure. And so, how often would y'all go to? So, homeboy's grandma drove y'all out there.
Yeah, Keith from Think Skateboards and Venture Trucks, and So, and he was a spoiled boy. He's really from Pacifica.
Okay.
But he spent a lot of time at his grandma's house. And I remember boys in the hood, we look forward to Christmas and stuff because we knew he was going to have the cool presents and shit. All the stuff we see on TV, like, I wish I could have that. I bet Keith got one. Keith's grandma spoiled him rotten. Word. And it was great. Loved them to death.
That's what's up. What's up. And from there, was there ever a point that crossed your mind was like, oh, I can get sponsored for this, or?
Well, no. Ray Myers, who could do 1,000,000 360s and all kinds of stuff, he was just like, you're gonna ride this stuff.
Got you.
I'm gonna hook you. You're like,
hooking you up with this. And, was he like a TM or something like that, or?
No, he's just a homie. He's just a a good dude that rode for Santa Cruz.
And they was probably he probably was seeing your talent
yeah.
and being like, you need to
yeah.
skate this shit.
Your mom don't need to buy you stuff. You're like, here, and then it was great because we got so much stuff. We started calling Santa Cruz Santa Claus. I used to have pictures of my bed covered in packets of stickers and 3 boards a month and all kinds of wheels. Everybody wanted to ride Bullet, and Arco was lucky enough to be part of Bullet. I could get whatever I want pretty much, but I wasn't on Bullet team because it was already flooded. So they tried to give me slime balls, and they were bigger and different. Yeah. Oh, and Rob Roscoe, God bless Rob. He's a bad motherfucker, and he was team captain. And pardon my French, I realized I just slipped a little swear in there. But anyway, yeah. So Rob and who were we talking about earlier?
Ray.
Later on, after I was sponsored and stuff, and then we had the HP ramp and everything. Mickey Alba was a team captain for a while. I got to meet Mickey and Steve once, maybe twice, whatever. But Mickey, Mickey's the man.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like chopping it up about this aspect of it, because all the names that you throwing out there and all the old school names, but you was right there with them and like doing your thing and all of that. You know,
and you know, learn a lot of things about contests and demos and whatever and stuff. Is like you may have your killer trick that you want to show to people, but the best thing to do is to just do the stuff and stay on your board for the whole run. And that's what Mickey and them would do. Like, we're not falling at all.
Stay on the board. Keep your feet on the board.
Exactly.
Sure. What do you remember going on any like trips with the Santa Cruz teams and stuff?
No. Most of my traveling and stuff was with just homies going to different parks stuff. Oh, one of the baddest skateboarders in the world, Steve Caballero. God damn it. That I watched him as a youth doing everything in San Jose, just killing it.
Tight.
Yeah, and And
how would you get to San Jose from the city?
Cars. Who took us everywhere? Fish would drive everywhere. And why am I having a brain fart? Bryce Knights.
Oh yeah, sick.
Bryce would drive everywhere. And that was another thing that was cool about when the skate parks got shut down, because he worked at Thrasher, and people would send pictures and stuff going, oh, we have a giant ramp in Walnut Creek that we had these construction guys build and whatever, and he's getting all these photos and everything. And so Tommy, Bryce, me, other people, we show up and with swag and everything, and we give the parents clothes and stickers and things and everything in the neighborhood, and they loved us. And they're like, they're buying us beer and pizza and everything just for being there. Tight. And then the whole cul-de-sac of people would just be like, "Hey, the sponsor guys are here," or whatever the hell. And their ramps got into the magazine.
You saying that was like after the skate park craze that kind of died down?
Yeah, because more people started building ramps because they're like, we don't have to travel and worry about
got the money to do it. And the kids can just be here doing it. Yeah. Is there a ramp back then that like sticks out the most that you remember, like HP ramp for sure?
Yeah, which was a trip because it's the hood, but the white boy in the hood, who wasn't a good skater at all, had like one of the biggest, most famous ramps, but God bless him. And
I always hear that it was like a lady who lived in there, but so it was the lady's son who was kind of into skating or something like that, or
well, I can't remember.
But I remember hearing that she was like kind of a hoarder or something like that.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of a shacky house, but
okay.
I mean, from the outside, not that pretty, but on the inside, it was fine
for sure.
And nobody went through the house anyway. You went down the side of the house and to go in there.
Where because you got some good photos of you doing was it eggplant or eggplant. I thought you had on Jordans in the photo, but It might have been Converse.
Yeah, it's Converse. I rode Converse all the time.
Right?
Yeah, and I started getting those for free from Go Skate skateboard shops. God bless them too.
Yeah. What street was Go Skate on?
That was San Mateo. Then they have one in there's Santa Cruz, and then there was Sacramento.
Word.
Different ones. But I think Ray got me into that too. So I was rocking Converse and leather cons and different colors and red leather, white leather, black leather. Sometimes I'd have 2 different color shoes just because I could do it, whatever.
Ahead of the curve for the fashion trends, yeah. Some of those sessions there, like, they just seem like so electric just from the photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Is there any sessions that stick out to you the most?
Let me think about it. Lester Kasai came, and if you're standing not where the deck with the house is, or the other part, where the playground was behind. Anyway, if you're on the other opposite deck, Lester did the biggest Japan Air. And we were just standing going, oh my God, because when you do that and you tweak the board, it goes up and then he falls backwards almost the way down and then it twists at the end. It was just so sick. And he liked the place because he said it reminded him. Who else did that? There's some people that liked Upland Combi Pool because it's a tight tranny and big vert, and so that ramp reminded them of that. So who else was sick there? Eddie Radke.
Did Hosoi ever come back there? I want to say I seen a photo of him back there, but I could be tripping.
If Christian skated, I wasn't there, but I love Christian Death, and I used to Joe Lopes in San Leandro.
Yeah,
that's where. I hung with Christian and Joey, and I learned a lot of stuff over there. And Ken Decatur was a local, going there a lot.
Would you ever see Grasso at Joe Lopes ramp?
I
think he's
I met
a bit younger than y'all, right?
And I met a lot of people at Joe's because Joe was the greatest, and people would spend the weekend or a week or whatever, and so if you were there, and then some pros just come and hang out and we're smoking a big pot and and enjoying life,
just kicking it. Dang, yeah, Joe Lopes ramp, man, that's a Bay Area staple when it comes to the ramps for sure. Yeah. And I know the Chavez brothers had a ramp too in the Rich.
They were sick at what's the park? White Pool. Winchester, Milpitas.
Okay.
Milpitas, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So they had a doubles routine and stuff. They were bad. I used to stand there and just go, my God, you guys just insane. But yeah.
That's tight. That's tight. Were you around when you were? I'm trying to remember that conversation we had, but when Studio 43 was starting and you was there for the start of it type?
Barely.
Okay.
Because it was a locked up situation. You had to the powers that be decided who got to skate when and how many and whatever, and I wasn't. I wrote a handful of times. I wrote it.
Word. That's what's up. Got in there though. You got to.
Yeah, but I'm unsatisfied because they had a spine and things, and I wanted to learn to do that, and then I didn't get to.
Did you ever skate Jake's ramp?
Yeah, and that was. He had big, giant metal bar coping thing on there, so you could. He liked it because he liked to do grinds on the big coping thing, but I like to try and do air, so that thing is a bonk you
right
to
flat.
Yeah, it's very hard, very difficult. I skated that only once or twice.
Okay, all right. Was there some part at some point? Did you ever start filming for a part or anything like that?
You mean actually film?
No, like you being filmed, was it all right, Cam?
Well, there was some news stuff that came to to
But
HP, and
it
then
seemed like it was a little different too back then, as far as like you're gonna film this like 4 or 5 minute fucking part or whatever, and
Well-
versus like we're going out and then it seemed like a lot of parts was filmed in like one day. You know, back in the day, like it wasn't like this whole
it depends.
6, 7.
There was a
months worth
movie.
of
I can't
filming.
remember the movie. It was an LA-based thing, but they came and filmed some footage at HP, and I don't have it. And anyway, there was a newspaper article. They came and filmed, and then in the newspaper article it said that I was a extra stuntman in the movie, and they didn't use any of that footage at all. And the celebrity people weren't at the ramp or whatever. But in the newspaper it says I'm whatever. I'm doing some air and things, and it says Camden Scott, the movie, whatever the hell it was, the skate gang thing.
I wonder if it's the one with like Josh Brolin was in it or something like that.
I don't know.
I'm missing the name of that movie right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm drawing a blank.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Tony Roberts. Did you ever see that cat? He's a filmer, and he's got a lot of stuff on the internet now of like Nada's footage and Jesse Martinez footage, and he filmed a bunch of stuff for Santa Cruz, and then after a while they just started throwing stuff that wasn't being used away. Somebody was just like tossing his old tapes, and then another like random instance happened where somebody was going like dumpster diving or something, and they found the tapes and was like, hey, like I found these like pretty old sick tapes, and like then somehow Tony like got back a hold of them and he started repurposing the tapes and like putting them out there. Yeah,
I don't know about that.
yeah, I'm pretty sure his name's Tony Roberts.
Keith Meeks, shout out to Keith Meeks.
Did you spend some good time in Santa Cruz or?
No,
Okay,
no. Derby.
I was about to say, did you go skate derby at all?
Much respect to those guys because they could do big things in that little thing.
For sure.
I spend most of my time watching these guys just kill it. I feel like a bad representation. Like I can't murder this thing like these motherfuckers. Then they're on messed up boards with the tail worn off and smacking big old ollies and off of something that's not steep at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, yikes! I'm not gonna disgrace myself going out there when these guys are killing it with next to nothing boards and just like man, they were murdering it.
For sure. Yeah, man, that's lit. What about like Concrete Jungle days? Like, were you like, was there like, is there some point where skateboarding just kind of like was like, all right, like I'm not done with it, but like
Concrete Jungle wanted me to ride for them, whatever. But one of my first sponsors was Rainbow Skates, was a place around past McDonald's on Stanton, and Carlos, I can't remember his last name. Carlos was a really large Hispanic man who sponsored some people, and he was great.
and Ramos, that was. So how far was that from Concrete Jungle?
Well, a block, like a block.
And then Hates on Skate was still
Skates on Hate, yeah.
Skates on Hate was still a thing too, right?
Yeah, well, that started on Terraville Street
Okay.
a long time ago in the 70s, and then they got the other place on Hate, Lee Cole, who was a all right dude in my book, I guess, but he was a cheap bastard, because this is, I'm swearing again, but I guess I haven't described him that way. Because this is, I'm from the generation before sealed bearings. When you put the little ball bearings in the wheels and stuff, and a little cone in there, and somebody would say, because you had to pay for each little ball bearing and whatever, and you had 16. I even remember 8 and 8 on the side. But when you were getting them, he would make sure he gave you the right amount. And they're like, he's so cheap, you couldn't give you an extra ball bearing to slide in there or whatever. Like, just thought, Lee Cole always counts his bearings or whatever. Hell, damn. Bryce would talk smack, and we all talked smack about it.
For real. But why didn't you want to skate for Concrete Jungle? It's because you was already getting hooked up by that.
I was getting stuff from go skate, and I didn't need it.
Word.
You know.
Word.
And I got Santa Cruz. I'm like,
You already lined up and everything.
Yeah. But there was like, you can get your own model and all this other stuff. I'm just like, pro is. I did demos and things and stuff like that, and and then what year was this?
Did you ever leave state for some demos?
I got a job at SeaWorld.
Okay.
In San Antonio when they opened.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And the show was called Wheels, and it was a stage, and I forget what you call. Basically, it's not in a building. There's just a giant metal top.
Okay.
And the other outside is exposed and everything. But they had ramp. There's a middle dome thing in the middle, and with 2 quarter pipe things, and then. It was. Do you ever see the water ski shows? Mm-hmm. So they got the cheesy music and they're lip syncing and doing stuff like that. That's what we were doing. I was the only skateboarder. It was a bunch of roller skaters.
Okay.
And then BMX guys and some people from Ringling Brothers. We had the Globe, the motorcycle Globe, and Pedro and Arturo were in that thing.
Yeah.
And we wore spandex head to toe like the Power Rangers. And this is in San Antonio, Texas. It's hot as fuck.
For real.
And then we got lights, we got spandex, and then they made us do parades through the park too. So we're on blacktop in the spandex with the crazy ass costumes, and Jesus Christ. And
How did you come up on that job though?
I can't. I think Don Fisher had got the word that they wanted. These people needed a skateboarder in a show, and I was just like, there's somebody who could do freestyle and ride vert, because that was part of the thing, and so that was me, because not many people could do that or would do that.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Damn, that's what's up. Was it like chill pay? Was it?
It was a cheap place to live.
Okay.
So
how long did you stay out there for?
Just a year. So Texas has land. Mm-hmm. They've made neighborhoods for the people that were going to be working there. So when you moved, when you got there, your apartment is not lived in. It's brand new. Damn. Everything was brand new for like $300 a month. You got to. It was amazing.
It sounds pimped up.
I didn't get no furniture. I had wall-to-wall carpeting and shit, and I had like a sleeping bag on the floor. And but the one thing about Texas was the trip was they didn't you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays. Oh. So I learned that from some locals there. So when we were in the dressing room and then changing our clothes and get back normal clothes and stuff on a Saturday night. Or whatever. We did like 7 shows a day.
Yeah. 7 shows a day?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, yeah. But it was funny though. Anyway, the alcohol thing. So locals go to the store, and they don't have 7-Eleven. They have Circle K, which is the same thing, whatever. Thing, yeah. But they started throwing money at the first person who had most clothes on to be able to go get booze, because we couldn't get booze the next day.
For sure.
So then I learned from that experience. It was like, I'm just gonna stock up on stuff and have it at home. I have a fifth of this, fifth of that.
So that was your furniture?
yeah, pretty much. I had a bunch of booze and my sleeping bag.
Word. And then did that job just come to an end, or did they stop that skate program in whole, or was it
no.
You like?
I said some things that need to be said. The stage is like yay high, and then there's a walkway in front, and then the people are sitting there. And I'm thinking the whole time, if I fall off my board and shoot it, it's going to go into somebody's face.
Yeah.
And so I told them, just put some kind of little thing along the edge of the thing.
Yeah.
And it was that
conversation didn't go too well.
Because they were having some kind of party, celebrating a thing or whatever, and one bigwig guy was there, and I was upset, and I started bitching about the safety thing,
the safety measures.
Yeah, because I'm working with and Mike, can't remember Mike's last name. These 2 brothers that were Ringling too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But anyway, they're all about safety. It's whatever. And anyway, so I was upset with the whole. I feel more comfortable if
Got you.
I wasn't maybe going to kill somebody if I fall off my skateboard.
Straight up, yeah.
And so there's this free alcohol, and I got a little loud in the.
Was that the most?
Anyway, I got laid off.
For sure. Was that the most skating you was doing though? Was just for the show, or would you like venture out and go find a ramp somewhere or something out there?
No, I just did that.
Just did that, yeah.
But yeah, and then they were mad at me because I do big tricks when the show wasn't happening because you got to mess around at the ramps. So I'm doing big crazy airs and all this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you do that during the show?" And I'm like, "Oh, because I might kill somebody if I fall off my skateboard."
Yeah,
and I had a big silly helmet. What did my helmet have? It had a
it was like a mohawk
hubcap.
on top of it?
A hubcap mohawk.
Hubcap mohawk,
It was plastic,
Yeah.
but then it was a ProTech helmet, and they had put stuff on it. Everybody had weird stuff. Some people had some weird wings and all kinds of stuff for the show. Yeah, it was nice.
I'm just like thinking about how the spectacle of skateboarding was so fresh and so new back then that something like that was going off, like skaters and Ringling Brothers and everything.
And roller skaters.
And now is in the Olympics, but then you also got like Street League and all that stuff. And it's just like, it seems like when a group of people catch on to liking skateboarding, whether they skate or not, it creates this avenue to like juice it and be like, oh, y'all like this? All right, we're gonna do it bigger. And then y'all like that, and we're gonna do it even bigger and bigger. Because from the X Games to the Olympics, but there's always these waves where, depending on what part of the skate world or industry you in, you're like, oh, it's kind of slow, or it's kind of this or whatever. But as a skater, was there ever like this dream of like, I'm about to make hella money out of this? No. Yeah.
No.
Because I feel like
I knew how much money the people were making. I mean, the Vans and Steve Caballero. You think he'd be making giant, Jordan money, but he doesn't get that much money. Even though everybody in the mom is wearing the damn shoes. I was like, I think you should get a lot more money.
Yeah, for sure. Did it good? Okay.
And contests and stuff like that too. The baddest dudes, they're getting some hundreds of dollars. This is a long time ago, but I was like, I had no motivation to go pro because I'm competing against the sickest dudes in the world. And I can no.
For sure.
Be lucky to be in the top 20, or whatever. Much less be 10 or.
And then it was also like, the money from the contest wasn't that fat anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't fat anyway.
So it's like, why even take that route? And then it's not even.
I'll just do my demo thing.
Was at some point in time though, did you just feel like distancing yourself from like the whole everything, or did it just like naturally progress into like, okay, like I'm not so like, did you ever like get like a crazy injury or anything like that?
Yeah, I broke my leg a long time ago on a little bit stupid. It's a ramp like this big, little jump ramp. Sam
got broke off.
Well, I did a rock and roll and then my front foot kind of came off, and but my toe was still on the board. Anyway, my heel hit the ground in a moment and twisted my foot. My knee is here, my foot's over there, and my friends they thought I just twisted my ankle because they couldn't believe a little ramp like this and I do a rock and roll, and then all of a sudden I'm rolling around and they think it's just nothing. But I broke both bones, the tibia and the fibula, and it looked. The doctor said it looked like a ski injury or some shit. And but. And then the doctor's like, oh, you never skate again. And I'm like, dude, if I can roll off a damn curb, we're done. And I went on to win contests and all kinds of bullshit. I got 3 screws, big-ass screws in my and my legs still today.
Oh, damn, for real?
Yeah.
Because when you get screws, they never take them out, huh?
No, these are supposed to come out, but, but I didn't.
Wow.
Whether the contests were cool.
What was like?
There was this one I don't have. I used to have footage. In the Civic Center, there was a contest inside, very smooth, shiny cement, slippery stuff, or whatever. I won that one too. I don't remember who else was competing. It was a street thing. Just
So you would do both. You would do ram contests.
I rode everything.
Yeah, whole thing.
Yeah. We skateboarded.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up.
There were no specialist things. I just do this and I just do that. No, we rode everything.
You got a favorite photo of like that was taken of you that like comes to mind, like when you think of like I remember that day, I remember that vibe what I had for breakfast that day and everything. Like I remember that to the T.
No, Noel Murphy was a guy who lived in the Avenues when I lived in the Avenues. Whatever, he was into photography and he took really great pictures of me. There's one, Bryce Knights, God bless him. He has a picture of me. He has a fisheye camera, and he's leaning over the ramp at HP, and then he had me do an air over him. So, but he had another camera on a tripod on the side.
Okay.
And so you could see him there, and then me going over him, and whatever. So that's one of my faves.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I remember he was talking about you had a photo in the mag. Like I can't remember what was the like. What was?
I was in Thrasher #1.
Exactly.
Before it was this.
Before it was like all
it was paper.
Yeah,
it was huge.
Yeah.
Kevin Thatcher, that is Thrasher.
Straight up.
Not Jake Phelps. I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn to the Jake show.
Yeah.
But it was all about Kevin Thatcher, who was an old skateboarder and photographer and one of the greatest announcers ever. Any contest, whatever, he's had this smooth voice, and he named the people and the tricks and everything, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we was talking about that. See, because for me, the way I got into skating as much as I am now was just by happenstance per se. Like I wasn't like trying to get my first skateboard when I was like 6 or 7. Like, Mom, I really want this skateboard. I see my friends doing it. It was more so like where I was kicking it and what I was doing. It was like some CD a little bit, you know what I mean? But I always knew how to wiggle and like not get into too much trouble, you know what I mean? But then when I started hanging out with my boy Luca and Ian, they was always going to the Berkeley skate park. And I would go and like watch and be like, boy, these white boys just crazy. Because the first time that I got on a board, well, besides like butt boarding when I was a kid, I like was leaving school and I stepped on somebody's board and they was like, you could see in their eyes, just like, yeah, go for it, because you about to eat shit. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then for sure enough, I slipped back, ate shit, and it was just like, it is what it is. But once my homies was going to Berkeley Skate Park, I started getting on and riding and doing all of that. And that's how I like got into it, you know? And then from there, I started meeting cats that I didn't know was as known to the rest of the world as they are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I used to live at this apartment complex that we called the Clubhouse, and like it was just a whole bunch of homies who used to live there. But the homie Russ was like the first person staying there, and he's no longer with us, so like God bless him, you know what I mean? But he created a space pretty much for all these like little skater homies, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't too young, like I was out of high school at this point, and that was just kind of the mission every day. Like, where we skating today? Or we making Hot Pockets? Or we making bagel bites? And like, who's got the weed? Who's got this? And it was like a 3-story apartment building, and like homies was like growing weed on the middle floor. So yeah, it was pretty rad. It was a rad skate house because like rent was pretty cheap. We could go next door, work, like manicuring like weed and stuff, and then pay rent with that, and then like have some extra weed and shit. And so it was like a cool ass skate house, you know what I mean? And that was like those years was like my real introduction, because I would be looking at something that was well known to like some of the other homies, and they'd be like, oh, you don't know about this, or you don't know about that, and that's how I got into it. But Jake was one of those figures that seen him around and stuff, but then you would always hear like the good, mostly the bad, sometimes the good, depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
But he always like gave me a little nudge that was kind of like, at first it was like, I don't know what you're doing around here, but you're here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it went more into like, hey, like stay focused on this or stay, you know what I mean? And he just never like gave me like shit like that. You know, I know there's like a select few cats in the world who could say that, but that's why I'm always like have like a spirit of Jake around me, just based on like same with P Stone. Like P Stone, I haven't been on nowhere near as many trips as like somebody like a Raven or a Rainey or a Grant or a Ronnie Sandoval. But every time I seen P Stone, he always gave me this respect of like you're part of this. You know what I mean? And he even cemented it more because he was like one of the first, if not the first person to put my music on something that was going on Thrasher.
Yeah.
And then from that, it just more people in the skate world started to hear about me. So, but I thought that was interesting though, the way you broke that down to me the other day about how KT is more of a leading force for you in the
Yeah, I mean,
in
literally,
the skate world, but Thrasher and everything.
we were just skating in the park, and he's like, "Can I take some pictures? You guys want? Yeah, whatever." And then
For sure.
not knowing what was gonna blossom into,
For sure.
And then you
boom,
know,
first match, first Thrasher mag.
And then Bryce, another photo I had. We used to take Bart to the skate parks and stuff, and we're playing around with the bars. We were doing some gymnast flipping around bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they had put the skateboard on my feet. So I'm hanging on the bars upside down. They put the skateboard on my feet, whatever. And that's in one of the mags too. It's a black and white photo. Way back in the day.
In the mag though.
Yeah.
In the mag. Yeah. I don't really like to get into the whole like color thing, but you pretty like, was there any other brothers in that first mag? We gotta go do some research.
No. No.
Well, what do you think about that though? Like the influx, or I don't want to say the influx, but just like how many brothers is in skateboarding now versus then, you know, like.
Well, I think there's more now, more doing it.
Yeah, that's it's pretty rad, right?
Because like back in the day, it was some of my old homies, Eric Hilton and Teddy Love, skateboarded. So we were the brothers in the Fillmore, flying down the street.
So they were skating with you back then, like
Yeah.
like when you was doing the contests and all that. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So people in the hood totally tripped on the fact that we could ride.
For sure.
Good. And,
Yeah.
you know, like they're just like, there's a white person thing, and we don't see anybody doing like, what do you? So literally, we'd roll through the hood and be yelling, "Skateboard King, Skateboard King!" and we didn't make that happen. Like they just they just started calling us that. And we're like, "Oh, okay, we ain't mad at you, whatever."
That's the kind of story that I'm glad to hear from that, because there's always because even with the homeboy Dean Washington. He was telling me stories about how some of his homies, like black homies, would be like ready to fight him because it's like, man, what the fuck? What you doing on that board, blood? Like, you must do something else. And it's just like, what? You know? So it's just interesting to get the different aspects of just what was going on in everybody's little section, you know? Like that right there is tight, because hearing from like Gershon, he was saying kind of the same thing. Like he'd be skating through the hood and fools to like run out the cuts and like try to stop him and be like, get off that skateboard. And my homie Didi, he would say the same thing, like fools. But then that's like, there's always a negative and a positive to something, right? Yeah. Because on the positive side, you're still taking this board and like going to see other things. And when you come back, somebody who might have been hating at first, eventually then they might see you like in a video or see you in a magazine and be like, oh damn, like that's actually paying off. Like I wish we actually could do something like that, you know?
So I went to, speaking of color lines and barriers and all that shit, I went to school in a Mission, John O'Connell, and this is back in gangbang days.
For sure.
But the homies didn't fuck with me. I was just getting a pass. I was the oddball Negro that could ride a skateboard and correct grammar and enunciation and all that other stuff. Anyway, a little bit of edumacation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do some tricks for people just for shits and giggles and whatever
Yeah.
the hell, and they're like,
be
oh,
fired up
come
on
on,
that.
man.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy vatos like, hey, man, you're kind of cool, Holmes. You know, for real though. But
That's
I think I didn't know how serious those guys were until
Word.
before Tupac with his tattoo of stuff.
Life, yeah.
I
These cats was blasted.
no, they take their shirts off and would say Folsom Street.
Dang.
Big ass letters. 21st Street, 22nd Street. And we're all going to the same school. And I'm like, you guys probably played in the same sandbox when you were little. And now you got like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa, you guys are gnarly. You're looking.
For real. Now they at odds, right?
Yeah, like, just like, yeah.
Yeah,
But they're good
man.
homies to have, you know. I like having crazy fools in my corner.
For sure. Dude, you want to...
It overheated right there. I see the look.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll probably take a little second for it to cut back on or whatever.
Yeah, need a fan or something.
They make a big difference, though.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up though, because those little moments, like cats seeing you skate down the street, be like, skateboard king, whatever. You know, like those are little seeds of influence that you may not even know. You know, like just right now when I was skating down the street, I seen like this little Asian kid, and he's like, just the way he locked onto the wheels as I was riding, I was like, he wants this. You know what I mean? Like next time he sees one, if it keeps going like that, he's eventually gonna say, hey, I want one of those skateboards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to like to give away my old stuff to somebody who was interested or whatever. Like, you know.
Or what was like your first setup? Like actual setup? Was it like
Wait, okay. I was wanting this. Plastic skateboards. This is 70s again, plastic.
was those Green Techs?
Before, not even that. It wasn't even the name brand, not the GT,
Yeah.
which was the coolest thing in the world. What's his
Word.
name? Russ Howell, I think, did the commercial. And we saw that, and and that's when everything went wild, because
Word.
you don't see TV commercials of skateboards.
For skateboard,
This
yeah.
is what, then we're like, oh, this guy Russ Howell just at 360s and he's doing handstands and all this crazy stuff. And mine wasn't a name brand. It was just some, and I got it from Lee Cole, the Skates on Hate dude.
Oh, okay,
but
yeah.
but before he had that store, with the ball bearings and the whole deal, I have a few of those things, and then later.
Did you ride were you riding somebody else's board first and was like, I need to get one of these on my own, or was it just because there was no when you were a kid, there wasn't no magazines out just yet, right? Or was
Skateboarder. It happened. Skateboarder magazine was happening.
Okay.
But so Logan Erskine, a solid oak wood board with a wedge tail glued on it, and tunnel. It's anyway, old stuff. But I started. I had access to a little shop class. The Bonsai was the first board with a nose. It was aluminum board with a bent up nose, and whatever. But I made my own because it was wider, and everybody thought that was cool. And
engineer.
But it was dangerous though, because you get hit in it. That comes shooting at you. It's metal smashing into your leg, into your whatever. You're like, ouch, you know. But those, and then I progressed into other boards.
Yeah, did it trip you out when you started seeing like more popsicle boards and stuff like that? Were you like, what is this? Or
I like shapes and things like Hosoi. You know, I got a Hosoi story.
I'm sure you got a couple.
So. I just can't remember the name of the girls. I don't know if it's how we hooked up with the girls. I knew the girls, and we were partying, whatever. Tommy knows them too. And anyway, we ended up after some clubs thing or whatever in Christianstown or the party thing, and we spent the night at the girls' house in Marin. So it's me and Christian dancing to 45s. Of some soul records and stuff at these girls' house, and in our socks, and having a good old time and everything.
Kicking it.
And I had a good old time. Anyway, We all went to bed together, the four of us. So how many people can say they slept with Christian Sway? But I actually really did sleep. Like, God knows what Christian did with the girls and whatever. I kind of wish I'd been awake for that, but I just I literally passed out. I passed out in the bed. Oh, but I was dying to tell that story. I just didn't feel bad. I can't remember the
That was in the city though?
That was in Marin.
Oh, that was in Marin. That was in Marin. Yeah.
So we had a little field trip to Marin and hung out over there.
So you've seen the city make some huge changes, right?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't a Christian story, but they made signs and skateboarding illegal right on sidewalks and blah, blah, blah. So Upper Haight, this is way later in life. I'm coming from a bar or something. I live in Lower Haight. I'm rolling down the sidewalk. I'm not dangerous to nobody.
Yeah.
And a cop on the other side of the street on foot is like, hey, you stop, whatever. And I'm like, dude, whatever. Yeah, whatever. He calls backup.
Oh.
They don't know what it's for. So they're treating it as some serious business. I didn't find this out until a few blocks, and I made a left on to go to Page Street, and I see a cop car come up, and it rolls past me, and I thought about it and going, and I looked back, and they turned their lights on, and it started flipping the bitch. They're coming after me. I'm like, holy fuck, that motherfucker back there called motherfuckers on me because I'm on a skateboard.
Yeah.
Like, really? So I'm not gonna try to run a fucking car and a radio. So I made the right on Page, and I stopped, and then they're like, "Hey, you!" I'm like, they're like, "What's up?" And another car comes, and another car comes, and another car comes. I have 10 different cops, and then they're taking turns patting me down.
What?
Yeah, a bunch of rookies. The thing, and then the oldest one, some gray-haired dude. I'm just like, I used to want to be a police officer, but. It's shit like this. You know the movie Serpico? I would be Serpico. I would be the good guy. And you guys are drug planting, fucking racist sons of bitches. And they're like, sorry, my French again. Swearing. But no, for real though. And then they confiscate my board. And so I have to, I go, okay, this is my only vehicle. You have my ID. You see I live down the hill. Gravity gets me there. Now I have to walk down the damn hill because, and they went and picked up the dickhead who told me to stop and brought him. And he comes swaggering over. I'm like, really? This is your big, your big thing? Like, we know where the drug dealers are and the gangsters are. And it's 10 of you guys and one of me on a skateboard. Really?
That's a trip.
I have no priors. I have no nothing.
Yeah.
And your big bounty is to take my board and make me walk downhill. Yeah, and this is why I didn't,
Straight up.
Oh, for real though. Skateboarding.
I'm just thinking about that trajectory of all of it, because I mean, I'm sure you can still get in trouble for hopping to school or like getting on someone else's property and skating, but it's an Olympic thing now, well, I just wanted to come and train. Yeah. I'm training to go to the Olympics, like why are you giving me a ticket? But yeah, to picture that story, like that almost seems like a comic strip.
Yeah.
Like 1 cop, 2 cop, 3 cop, 4.
Yeah,
and it's just like just some dude on a fucking skateboard. It's like,
exactly.
What's up?
Like, well, I talk big smack though. I'm like, my record is cleaner than all yours. I never been incarcerated. Fuck you guys.
Man. So from back then till now, would you say skateboarding is in a good place, or is there something in skateboarding you want to see more of? Like, do you think they should bring back the SeaWorld shows, or what?
Well, more demos and shows are great. I can't remember who I saw when I was a little kid at the Cow Palace. These guys were doing freestyle and stuff with the spotlights and the whole deal, and that was really cool. I don't know if I was with Keith when I went to see that.
Word.
But Bobby Piercy, I think that some old heads were doing the demo thing. That was really cool.
Sick. Yeah, it'd be cool to try to get Keith on here, talk to him.
Yeah, he didn't live in the city anymore.
Yeah. He came up here
for the movie, the thing.
I think the Dean.
Yeah,
when we had a premiere.
The show. No, is his last name Shao? Show.
Oh,
that.
Phil Shaw.
Yeah. Wait, where's my phone?
That was a great
Yeah.
documentary.
Yeah.
For real.
So I haven't seen Fish in a long time, and Fish was there, and Keith.
Yeah.
And that was a trip.
Just a trip to just chop it up with the homies from back in the day and everything. Yeah.
Well, we barely got to talk, but it was cool seeing them. They were staying alive.
Yeah, that's something I think should happen more. That I would like to do for the shop too. Is just more demos in front, but it would be cool. Like,
oh, what used to be cool was San Jose, Fausto. God bless Fausto.
Straight up.
Independent.
Yeah.
So we would go. There was an annual barbecue thing at the skate park. In San, what's the name of that damn place? It's always hot.
The big one that I know.
The big one.
I can't think of the name of it, but I don't know if it's like been around as long as then. But they got like a full pipe in it. Shit.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the times we would get together, and I say this all the time, like we should have more get-togethers just because.
Yeah.
Usually our get-togethers is because of a funeral.
Yeah.
Or the anniversary of a death.
Yeah.
Like we should, and
or like maybe like Skate of the Year or something
Skate of
like
the Year or
that.
something
But that's
like
like
that.
one time.
And I missed
year.
that this year. And and you don't really get to talk that much because the music's playing and all this other shit. But some barbecues and just general hanging out and chopping it up is good.
Yeah.
We shouldn't always have one person in the casket be getting together.
Straight up.
And then I said this at a few funerals. And I'm like, oh, people getting married and moving and or having weddings in other states and like, F that.
Yeah.
Have a party where you're from and screw your parents. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. You have two different things and then you'll get more wedding gifts. Duh.
Double up.
Yeah. But don't be going, we're getting married in Hawaii. And we just come, no.
Like,
Florida. Like, I can't do this.
Then how people like do destination weddings. You're inviting people to a wedding and you're making them pay for
Yeah.
to
exactly.
the flights and
Attend the
everything.
wedding.
Yeah. Like, just stop it.
Like if you want to just be by yourself, just go out there by yourself, and then like you said, like come back and do
Go to Hawaii right now.
Yeah, for real.
Or Vegas, and I love Hawaii, and I love Vegas, and
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Florida either, but I
Throw a
can't
big
just be
party
doing
here
that.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Any last words? Any shout outs? Any?
Well, yeah, I wish I had the pictures and things. Me and Ken Decatur had a doubles routine. We did it at Hunters Point and did it just cause, and we were in the magazine. Somebody told me a long time ago, they're like, I still have the picture on my refrigerator. Yeah, because it was bad, because I'm doing like a grind and he's doing layback under me and there's other over air things and whatever. It's in a magazine. I don't remember which
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but was it in that first 12 though, like of the first year? Like
No. This is way later.
Okay. Yeah, that's one thing I was wondering before we get out of here. Did you start getting indies
Oh yeah, I got indies
as soon as they like dropped it?
Well, Keith's mom was dating Eric Swinson, who is a partner of Fausto, and started. So they
started Deluxe too, right?
I don't know if they started that. Maybe.
Okay.
But Stroker Trucks was this mechanical, hingy springs. They had a weird truck thing, and then after that they made indies and whatever. So I had been to the place when I was on the military base when Thrasher started over there too, and so I had access to indies.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Did you ever get on the Thunder side of things?
No.
Nah.
I tried to make I didn't. Wasn't. And
Indies,
then people
whatever.
said, yeah, it's like, why would I? No.
Word. Did you ever skate Shroogy's ramp?
Yeah. Well, way back in the Walnut Creek.
Word.
Yeah. That helped do some work on it too. And
tight.
there's another ramp that was here, Grimm. I can't remember the Grimm brothers. These two young kids, me, Fish, and Spock. Eric Swinson, and some others. These kids wanted to ramp in the backyard.
Word.
And they went a certain way, and then me and the boys were like, "No, bigger's better. Bigger's better."
Straight up, 'cause we
These
about
are
to
little
finish
kids. They don't know. It's kind of messed up. There's no roll in.
Yeah.
So they have that.
They
Here's
gotta
a big ass
let
ramp, and it's in the magazine. And I think I missed that session. Hassoy was there, and he's in the magazine doing big fat air. But we had like 2.5 feet of vert or some giant. It was, and yeah, these poor kids.
Straight up. I wonder if they got better off that ramp or if they were just like,
Not really.
Yeah.
Their father was there is a SF high-paid lawyer guy, and we would go there, and the mom would feed us sandwiches and stuff, and we had beer and things, and we were working on the ramp and stuff at any time we wanted to, pretty much.
that's fire, dude. Yeah, man. That's exactly the type of shit I like to talk about, man. You know, like what was going on before this was going on.
Yeah.
You know, you got to know where things is coming from to understand where you're going, you know, and just shooting the shit. And I always just appreciate like your vibe and your essence. You always like chill, smile on your face, what's up, and like we can break into conversation about whatever.
Oh wait, one more thing I want to say. Like you were talking about people on the street or whatever. One of my favorite things is when some random person comes up that doesn't look anything like a skateboarder and says, "Well, I used to do this, whatever." I let them ride it,
Yeah.
and they do some badass shit,
Yeah.
in their business suit, and I'm just like, "Damn, I didn't see this coming from you." Like, they're doing a bunch of 360s or a handstand on the block, and I was like, on the bricks on Market Street in San Francisco. I'm just like,
what?
"You go, rock star!" Like,
Yeah, straight up.
do people at your job know you could do this? Like, probably not.
Probably not.
Because they don't look. I mean, they're old. They were older. I'm a kid to the time. Just like, all right, like no long surfer hair or
None of
nothing
that.
to
Yeah.
indicate that they could do this shit. They're like, let me see this, because I know I'm young and fast, so they can't steal it. I'm going to catch you if you run away. I don't say that, but I'm thinking that. So like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then they do this on there and do some crazy stuff, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. Because when I think about like how many people are in the world and then versus how many people actually skate,
Yeah.
it's like a small percentage.
Yeah.
But the influence that skating has on the world is just like just as big as like a basketball or something. You know,
Yeah.
maybe not as big, but like it's up there though. You know, especially with the Olympics now. I mean, the fact that it's in the Olympics is
Bob Burnquist.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You're ambidextrous riding some.
for real.
He is
dude. He's gnarly.
it's like it's like video game stuff. He can do everything.
I think I've seen him in person once skating, but yeah, you ever?
No.
No, right?
I just look and just go, like how do you do everything?
He goes back
Everything.
and forth.
Yeah, back-
Thing I want to say too, like what music were you like mostly listening to back then? Like what was it like everything? Like was you like listening to some James Brown and getting fired up, or was you listening to?
I'm a well-rounded music person, so I
Got
listen
you.
to everything. One of my freestyle contests, I don't have it.
Yeah, like what was? Because you could tell them what you wanted to skate to, right?
Yeah. So it was a freestyle contest at Golden Gate Park, and Holy Diver. Dun digga dun digga dun 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 digga dun digga dun dun. I'm skating to that, but I got my thing. So when you flipboard, it's called the pogo. I'm doing that, so I had it timed to the beat. Dun digga dun digga dun dun dun, and I did that in the routine, and it was recorded, and then the tapes burned up in the fire. But anyway, yeah, that was cool though. I don't remember what place I got, but I really liked that because I would
fired up,
practice. You know, it's like the roller skating or ice skating, the choreography to the music and things like that.
All that,
And,
yeah, for sure.
And then I remember a lot of skateboarders thought freestyle was gay because you're almost Rodney Mullen, goddammit. Yes, love that motherfucking net. Okay, there's a swearing again. I'm sorry with that. I gotta do it.
We deeper into the episode
So
now. it's
Fausto
whatever.
brought him to my house when I was a kid.
Rodney Mullen?
Yeah.
Fausto?
Yeah, Fausto and no, not Fausto. Mofo, Marisha
yeah,
folks,
yeah,
Mofo
for sure,
and
for sure.
and who else was the other person? Anyway, they brought Rodney. Oh, it was great. So they brought Rodney to my house. I'm just like, what? And then like they take me out. We go to Powell Market where the cable cars turn around, and they tell Rodney to do stuff. Damn. And we just spent the day together just doing that. Then we went to Ghirardelli Square, and they did it over there. And then I'm drinking beer.
Was anybody like filming anything? It's just nah.
No, we didn't film. No,
y'all were just
no. I drank beers with Mofo, and we're watching Rodney do. I taught Rodney a trick.
What?
Yeah. Nobody can really say that.
Nah.
The Ray Myers knows about the trick.
Word.
Here, give me that board for a second.
No.
I'm just gonna do it with my hands, and this is how I taught him. Oh wait, I had the cast on. My leg was broken when they brought Rodney. Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask, like, you didn't like jump in and skate with him, but you was like hurt.
No. I forgot. I was in a full, all the way to my toe thing. But anyway, Rodney was doing this flip trick. He put your feet right here, and he pressure flip it, and go halfway, and then all the way over. But he put his feet like this. I invented this trick already, and I had my back foot like this, and you just do it with one foot. So I showed him with my hands. Give me the board. And I go boom, and then flip it over.
Straight up.
And then, of course, in seconds, he's doing variations right away. They're like, oh,
you just like sparked it, and then he just like started going.
God bless you, Rodney.
Dude. Was that the only time you kicked it with Rodney? Or did you see him any other times after that? Was that like something a regular thing though? Like maybe because you was like hurt that they was like, oh, let's go.
I'm pretty sure that's what they knew. They knew I did freestyle and stuff. So, but yeah, that was so amazing. I mean, sure. Yeah, God bless Rodney.
Straight up, yeah. I think that was the icing on the cake right there. I mean, unless you got something else, any other stories you remember or something?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, if you think of some more, we can always do a part 2.
Okay. So we Free Beer, Tommy's band. Kick ass.
Straight up. Shout out to them.
And a great. It was one of the greatest ideas in the world because you have Jane's Addiction, Free Beer. Yeah. And so when people go to see Jane's Addiction, they think they're going to get free beer. They don't know it's a band.
They're getting free beer, but it was a band.
Yeah. It's a gimmick.
That's fire. Yeah, they just killed it the other night at Shroogy's B-Day party.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah, I remember because we had ticket situation.
Yeah. And then the wooden nickel thing.
No, I don't know. I think I gave mine. Did you keep yours? I don't know.
No, I gave mine to
whoever that guy was.
I forgot. We call him Michael Jackson because he looks like young Michael Jackson.
Oh, Tariq.
Yeah,
Mike Jack with the water.
Yeah, I gave it to him because he wasn't able to get in.
Shout out to Tariq, Mike Jack with the water. It's another episode of Mondays and Tuesdays. Thanks for coming through.
No problem.
We'll see y'all next time.